Hi everyone, it's Janette Crafty Dawk. Welcome back to my craft room. It's been a while. What we're going to do, just to get me back in the swing of it, is a bit of a craft with me. It might be a couple of sessions. I've got this journal that I've popped into a folder. The folder I did with Tyvek and then Distress Inks and coloured it up and then Mod Podged it. I put just plain papers in there, and I'd put some ephemera front and back and a little piece. This is ferns and mushrooms, I think, from Artie Mays. Then I was going to just sell it as a naked journal, and I just popped a little bag with a few little bits of ephemera, a little envelope with a tag. Okay. A little tag here with a tag on the top. Another little envelope that I did with some little pieces inside it. Yeah. This is an envelope to flip, and I've left it open there, and another tag. So that was in that little bag, and then in this little one is another, just a couple of little booklets, a couple of tags here. This is from Mrs. Cog. A few of the tags again from Artie Mays. Another little booklet, and it's got a borrower's in it. It's an envelope, and then this is just a little pocket. Done that with a napkin. So I'm going to leave those as bits of ephemera, but what I want to do is, it's going to be a giveaway at the end, and it will be a bit of a mystery giveaway. So through the videos that I do the craft with me, finishing it off, I will randomly pick somebody. I'll just perhaps write the names down, and then pop them in a hat, or get Peter to draw, or something like that. And then there's also, this is what I'd done for the front, and some textures, so we'll work the front somehow. A little book plate, and then charms. So what I want to do with you guys is do some pockets and flips and tucks. Some of them I will put tags and things in. Some of them I'll leave for you to use that ephemera, and some of them we will make tags. Like there's this pocket here, there's a replica in the little bag. So if you wanted to do that in the second signature, yeah. I may not stick the pockets in. I may do as I've been doing in my, I'll just quickly show you. So that's what is going to be the little giveaway at the end of all this craft with me. And it's a bit of a thank you for you to all. You know I haven't been well, and I'm not going to dig on, stick on that. But I want to get back, and I think this is a way of saying thank you, and you guys helping me, get back into the swing of things. So yeah, so what I thought I'd do is a bit like this book. I've well, that one I did stick in, but I've a lot of my inspiration I've just popped in like that, so that I can take it out and I can make things. So that's what I'll do to the giveaway, and you guys can just stick it in when you get the book. Sound fair? Okay, so what I wanted to start with was, so these is all of the ideas that I've as I find something that I like, I'm just popping it into this book. I had a smaller one that just bulged at the seams, so basically what I've done with this one, it's chipboard folder. I've done a really big spine on it, and I've just used elastic to go down, and this is all scrapbook paper that I haven't used for ever and a day, and I think there's about 10 pieces in each little signature. There's one that I haven't got any. Here we go. Yeah, so yeah, so I just did that, and it's just got the pieces of scrapbook paper, so it's thick enough that it holds everything firmly, and I can that's the one I want to do today, and I can just keep them in there, and then I just stack it up on the shelf over here, and it's out of the way for me. So what I want to do today, this one, it'll actually go onto a page probably like that, and then it opens up like that. Okay, and it's super easy. So we will start. I'm using book pages. Okay. So what I did with the first up, I just got the book page. Do this, and now, did I say hi and hope you're all doing well? I probably didn't. I'll probably jump right in because I'm so out of whack with doing the videos. Yes, I thought, well, I want to get back in and I want to do something, so we'll start off this way and see how it all goes. So I just want to reinforce that a little bit, and so by doing the book page, it's just thick enough to so one like that, and the other one I'll just fold it in half. No measuring. If you want to measure, you know, to fit onto a page and all that, do so, but I think most of you've known me long enough to know that measuring went out with hobnail boots. It's overrated, I think. Okay. Now, I just need to clear the decks here a little bit. I did have it clear to start with, and then just want to just take that edge off. And I think I went up. Yeah, I'll just take that bit off there. We'll make it. Yep. I probably should have had that other one higher. No, it won't matter, that'll probably be good. Okay, so what I did to this one was just folded that one in half and then folded it back on itself. And the same deal again here. And on these the first ones, just did a bit of a little piece out. You could pop those together. Near enough the same anyway, but you could have popped them together to make sure that they were the same if you wanted to. Okay. Then basically you've got your two side pieces. Okay. And with your glue, I just went down the edge. Across there. This one's really nice if you do it in a, it's as a card. You can make it as a card for a gift, and use these little pockets for your gift cards. Just pop a little gift card in there. And then this one, that's the original idea. When I originally made it was to use it as gift cards. Okay, and that one, the same thing again, it just goes to the edge so that you can still fold it. Okay, and I did it the wrong way, but that's okay, because we have the ways and means. Okay. That one folds back. I suppose it doesn't really matter, you could do it either way. And that's all there is to it now. It's just a matter of decorating. Now the whole theme of this is sort of a naturey, botanically journal. Yeah. So we need now to get, actually I wonder if I've got a few little pre-made little bits here. I wonder if they're going to fit. Let's see. Let's just grab those out. And I've got a couple of, let's see what they do. At that time I used a lot of this. Some of these pieces come from when I order my tea-dye paper. I get little bits and pieces that get popped in there. Oh, look at that. Don't need more, but a couple of those too. We might use those too. It's the idea of using things up. Using them up and stashing. That could fit in there too, couldn't it? Okay, let's go. And I think they will fit. Ooh, perhaps not. They might be a little bit. Yes, look at that, beautiful. Lovely. So we've got those. Okay. Not so much those, but we will find stuff for these, won't we? So I'm sorry too if I'm not going to say it again, if I go quiet. Just bear with me, okay? Now I'm just going to turn off because I want to find some papers to pop onto here to tiss it up a little bit. So I'll be back. Okay, so I've been into the Artie May's drawer and I've got some of her coloured papers, some of her ferns and mushrooms, and I've got the Nature's Remedies from Tracy and Andrea. So I think I will have plenty of papers for some inspiration. Let me just pop this little trinket box back there and we'll be away. Okay. So I think we'll line it with in a little bit. So I'll put that back up in my book. And I probably should have done this before I started, hey? Right, there we go. This is the way she rolls today. Quite looking forward. Got to work tomorrow, and which will be Wednesday, and Thursday up at the Salvation Army. And then Peter and I are going to head down to a place called Port Vincent, which is on the York Peninsula, the opposite side of the peninsula to where we live, and just have 4 days. It was going to be vegging on our own, and then I was talking to a girlfriend, and she said her sister-in-law, who is also a very close friend, was going over to Port Vincent for a week too. So I texted her and said when and where, and we're going to be there at the same time. So it's meant to be we're all heading over together, which is going to be lovely. So the boys can go out and do some crabbing, us girls can do a bit of shopping one day and sit and read, and I'm going to do some slow stitching and get back into finishing my little cushion that I'm doing for my little granddaughter for her birthday, and then think about what I want to do next with that, because I've got this Susanna Easdale had them in her shop, little bunny rabbit blue slow stitching, and I just had to buy one, and I thought, well, I'll do one for Greta, and then hers is going to be the blue one, and then I'll do one for Mara and Alex for to pop on. I'll show you when it's done, but on their beds. So it'll be like a little cushion, and then I'll put a little pocket on the back of the cushion, and they can put a book in there. Or I have got books for them to go in there. So they'll just sit on their beds for their bedtime stories, wherever they tend to throw them. So yeah, something a little bit different, and I'm quite enjoying decorating it and doing the embroidery. And that's better. I just wanted to take that little bit so that I could have a little border around the edges of that. God, I'm all thumbs and fingers. Things aren't. Okay, let's just put them down one at a time and take them off one at a time. Yeah, so. So this is from Auntie May's collage. Although it could be a piece, because she does quite often put some of these collagey pieces into her kits. So it might be the ferns and mushrooms. But I mean, all her kits, they all blend together, and you can use them in everything, can't you? They're just so versatile. Okay. Yeah, so quite looking forward to going down the bottom of the peninsula. There's also a shop down there called Home at Minleton, and that's got lots of homeware goodies, and they sell the weighted blankets. So I'm getting a weighted blanket for our little grandson. He's up and down all night into his mum and dad's bed, and while they don't mind, you know, they've got a big king size bed, and he just gets into his little spot on it. And you know, I said to her, well, perhaps, you know, a nice weighted blanket, and he might feel a bit more secure in his own little bed. And there's so many good reports about them. I don't know if anybody else has used the weighted blankets and knows any. I don't actually mind it. Well, you can't stick it down, can you? No. So you need to go that way to stick it down. Yep. Yes, Janette. Yes. Okay. So now, really should have done that back to you guys. Do your back pieces first and decorate them up first. So what will we use next? I want something a little bit. Let's have a look here. Too greeny. Okay, let's I think these are journaling cards. You can use them for whatever. stick it into my videoing editing thing and work out how to edit videos, and then I can put a little bit of music or something on so that you guys don't have to watch me painfully do all this stuff and then bunkum. God, a lot of mucking around, isn't it? If it's going to be hard, to find a hard way of doing something, Janette will find it. There you go. That fitted on all right, so now I'm just going to go down here. Put that one down. So you can see that by doing gluing this all down first would have been much easier, but you can also still do it. So that has worked out all right, hasn't it? And I think these make a nice little tuck pockets. Okay. Now I do want it that way. So too much of that off. Right. We'll sort it out. I'm going to need to put something. Wouldn't know, would you? Okay, so that looks rather cool. I'll just a bit of look around the edges. Another one there. So that is how it goes. So this we'll leave blank, and I will too. Well, no, cover the lot. Cover the lot, and we'll do it in the. Yep. We started our veggie garden while I've been missing in action, and we're having big problems with earwigs. They just, everything I plant, all the seedlings I pop in, the seeds as they come up. The only thing they really haven't attacked are the sweet corn as they've popped through, but everything else they've eaten off at the ground. So we've had to resort to pesticides, which I don't like, but that's the way it's got to be if I want to have some veggies this year. So we've sprayed all the ground to get rid of the earwigs, and then we'll have to start again, which is a bit of a, much to Peter's disgust. He's waste of time, but there's nothing like a nice fresh tomato out of your garden, and the capsicums, and go the garlic and all the herbs, and I've got sweet corns and radishes and cucumbers. So fingers crossed it'll all work out in the wash. So as you can see, I'm just backing this straight onto the whole lot, and there we go, so that it's all done. There we go. And I'll just now, there we go. That is a little bit crooked there, so onto the now it's fine. Yep. Onto the machine. Bit of inking around the edges there, just to age it a little bit up there before I cut it off. Very neutral at the moment. There we go. Now, let's see what we've got in here to decorate the front. You can see that this one and this one I've popped and done two to a page, so that's, you know, a way of shrinking them down so that you get double the use out of your digis. You don't always have to keep them exactly the same as the person made them. I'm sure they're quite happy for us to alter the size, not the content, but the size. And I reckon I might just pop. I printed this onto photocopy paper, or presentation paper it's called, the one I get. So I'll just cut that out. So this might be, you know, a few parts in this series. I'll just take my time, make it all up, and then, like I said, once the journal, I've got all the little flip outs and pockets and things made to go in it, then I'll randomly pick, I'll write all the comments down, I think. That's if anyone comments and wants to have me in the drawer. And then we'll have a little draw to see who wins it. Now, I think, let's see what size we've got. Let's see if I pick the right one. that, 1.5 inches or 1.25 inches. I'm sure glad I spent the money and bought these. That's just a bit too small, but that'll do. And I might, yes, 1.5 inch one. I might just get a piece of cardstock. Perhaps this might just, will it pop it, or will I need a different one? No, let's see if we can do, where's that white? Yep, the white's better. A little squeak outside. Sounds like my little puppy is out there playing with her ball. She's such a good little girl, you know. She just amuses herself, snuggles up when she feels like she wants to snuggle. Peter takes her, she's a little Jack Russell, she's just divine. Peter takes her every morning and every night for a walk down the beach with Rama, the standard poodle. And it's been a little bit of swimming weather happening here, so Peter, he goes into the water when it's freezing cold. Oh my gosh. But she goes down for her walks, and if she decides that it's time for a swim, out she goes, swims along the blue line out, because we're by the sea, swims along, does her own little thing, and then pops back in when she's decided that she's had enough. But just on her own, out she goes. And even when Pete swims with her, she doesn't need him. You know, he said she doesn't come near him. She just swims around and does her own thing, and then when she's had enough, she'll head into the shore. So we certainly scored with this little one. Now I just want to put a little card behind that, so perhaps we'll just do this little one at the end. And I'm wondering, it might just fit on there. Now the big boy's out. My room is next to the lawn on the outside, so they come out and sometimes I'll just have my door open and they just come in and out. But at the moment it's because it's what time are we? 7:30 at night. The mozzies start to come around if I leave the doors open, so we just leave them, but inside we leave the door open and they can just go in and out as they please. Someone said to me, what about the flies? And I said, well, they go in and out too as they please. Luckily there's not a lot at the moment, so that's fine. There we go. So just a little something at the front. There we go, like that. Now these, what are we going to do with these? We'll leave the backs blank, and perhaps we can just do a bit of a ripperoo. Perhaps we'll use these two down here, seeing they're a bit. Don't want them too thick because they'll we haven't got a lot of wriggle room in that pocket. And I've also got, where are they up here? I've decided I've got a whole load of these old video cases, and I've got them all the shelves in front of me. I've probably got 50 or 60 of them there, and I just put my pieces in them. And I might need the bigger ones. Would be right, wouldn't it? Have I got fern here somewhere? There's one. And leaf is the other one, so that'll do too. Yeah, so these come in really handy. And then I've got others that I've got, like my cotton bud rolls on. So I've just sort of put what's in them, and yeah, it works really well. I've got yeah, my bling and buttons and flat back pearls, and then like all the labels. So yeah, just a little idea. I've had it for ages with my buttons and flat back curls and brads and things like that I had for my cards and scrapping and scrapbooking. But then I thought, well, why not put the labels in? You know, because they were falling out of some of the folders, and the folders were falling over, and I get frustrated with it. But they're nice and stable in the folders. I did start to buy some of the Stamping Up ones, and I got, what was it, $12 or something for 4, or was it 20? I can't remember. Anyway, it was getting a bit expensive, and I thought, no, there's got to be another way. So working up at the salvos, you know, if the videos come in and they're not in very good condition or they're not working, we've got to ditch them anyway. So I just, the girls saved them for me, which is good. Okay, not a bad idea. Just enough to tiz this up a little bit without bulking up the tags. Goodness knows how long we've been going, but anyway. These I've done onto sticker paper. So I just print them onto the white sticker. It's just plain sheet. Yeah. Now we need a little bit of something to go into the dry, excuse me. What do we got here? Little basket there. I had about 4 or 5 different containers of stuff sitting on the desk, and I thought, right, shove it all in there. How about that? Looks something different, isn't it? I reckon the lovely Nat gave me this. Nat Williams. And people say to you, why do you have 20,000 different pair of scissors? Well, that's why, isn't it? Because one minute one will cut and the next minute it won't. Okay. What I'm going to do is use my old faithful, my little tiny attacher. I'll just meet those together up there. Just bit of fibre, hey? Yeah, like. Fingers don't want to do it's any working. There we go. So that, my friends, is a little project. Now we could stick here, but I quite like the fact that it's plain enough that you could journal on there. Okay, here we go. So this would go into the book. And like I said, I'm just going to pin it in. You might even just pin it onto there. So that could go there, glued onto there, and then opens out, and you've got a little journaling spot. So there's a little, what have we got in here? It's got to be something that looks like it might have a little acorn already on it. So we'll just pin that there. And there's our first little piece of ephemera in there. Okay, so that's a start, and this is what I'm hoping to do over the next few weeks. Hopefully I'll get a couple of videos done a week, and we will fill this book up with some pockets and flips and flaps and tucks, and get it out to somebody who would like it for themselves to play with. There'll still be plenty of opportunities in here for little writing areas. And I've made that into a little pocket there. Yeah, so pretty papers out of one of the garden books that I've got. That's what it was called, The Country Diary Herbal, Sarah Hollis. Yeah, okay. So thank you for hanging in there with me. Thank you for being here. And I will see you in the next video. Until then, happy crafting. Bye for now.